Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who himself and the Vice President, who themselves are being passed through this institution at one time or the other. If we get it right, I believe the sky is the limit in terms of where we want to take our people who we represent in terms of governance of Nigeria. And you will all agree with me that we are at a point, at a very low end in our country. At a point where we need to start doing things differently. At a point where the next 4 years will either make or mar development in our country. I do not remember any president at a time like this, when we're about to go into the issue of leadership, ever calling, if my memory serves me right, at least not in this fashion, calling both members of the House and the Senate, irrespective of party, together to work with him in unison. If my recollection serves me right, I have had meetings such as this, and we do have it every 4 years, and I believe Comrade Adams Oshomole was one of the ones that pioneered this, but it was strictly mostly with members of the ruling party. This is a meeting with members of the ruling party and perhaps 8 other minority parties. Now, to me, that is landmark. And I want to thank Mr. President for taking this initiative and bringing us together, almost blurring political lines. I served as a speaker for 4 years. From inception, I myself blurred political lines. And we governed, or we administered the House of Representatives with a motto from day one that nation building is a joint task. And it's that same motto that Mr. President is extending his hand of fellowship to all members, APC, PDP, Labour, ABGA, SDP, name it. We're a coat of many colors. And what Mr. President seeks to do is to stitch those colors together into one big fabric that will, to the benefit of Nigerians who we represent. Thank you once again, Mr. President. Thank you, honorable senators and members-elect. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. What happened today, as a 5th-time member of the House of Representatives, is unparalleled and unprecedented in the annals of the history of Nigeria, because this is the first time the President, before the inauguration of the National Assembly, summoned a meeting of all the members of the National Assembly, irrespective of political parties, to implore them to consider national unity, to coalesce into a single force with a view to moving the Nigerian project forward, irrespective of political affiliation, religious persuasion, and regional inclination. This is unparalleled and unprecedented in the annals of the history of Nigeria. Mr. President has extended an olive branch to all members of the National Assembly, irrespective of political parties, to coalesce into a single force with a view to moving the Nigerian project forward. Thank you.
Having a moment of the president meeting, meeting with lawmakers, irrespective of political affiliation. How do you see this help his government?
Well, For me, I'm happy we've had this family meeting, not as APC senators elect, not as House of Reps senators elect, but as Nigerians who will be federal lawmakers. And the most important thing we tell our colleagues always is that once we get sworn in on that day, on the 13th, we will become federal legislators. We will become senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. No more senator of APC or senator of no. We must put Nigeria forward. We must do Project Nigeria, just as the president has appealed to us that let us look at this thing as a Project Nigeria. Let's try and see how we can partner with him to move the country forward. I tell people sometimes, in America, where we copied some of this our presidential system from, the head of the Senate, the head of the parliamentary section of the Senate is the vice president of the American government. That does not make the Senate a rubber stamp Senate. But here, we keep on saying, no, we don't want the person the president has handpicked or the person he has showed preference from. It's about synergy. It's about the person you feel you can work with. The most important thing is bringing dividends of democracy to our people. So that is why most of us have keyed in. We even have a group called the Stability Group, because for us it's about, we had a political decision in APC to win the election. Now it's about stabilizing and securing the country for progress and development. Thank you very much.